Dramatic events unfolding in Washington, D.C. have put the future of U.S. aid to Ukraine in jeopardy. Today, we'll look at why the argument that America is writing blank checks and handing over bags of cash to Ukraine is both simplistic and incorrect. My name is Anya Korzun. I'm a journalist at Kyiv Post. Subscribe to our channel for regular updates, explainers, and exclusive interviews. There are plenty of arguments being made for the continued military support of Ukraine on moral grounds, for the American values of democracy, freedom, and fairness. But there is another argument that would be hard for any American to deny, and it's an economic one. Let's have a look at why US aid to Ukraine is a win-win. While big-ticket items like F-16s might grab all the headlines, the future of US arms deliveries to Ukraine is nearly all about ammo. The latest announced batch of US security assistance to Ukraine on September 6 was mostly HIMARS rockets, anti-tank missiles, and depleted uranium rounds. But above all, it's about NATO standard 155mm artillery shells, Ukraine's armed forces' most preferred tool for hitting Moscow's troops. The Americans have already delivered more than 2 million rounds, but the problem is that's still not enough. Basically, Ukrainians are finding far more targets than they have shells to shoot. During an average month of war, the AFU fires around 200,000 shells. The good news for the Ukrainians doing the fighting and the Americans doing the manufacturing is that the solution is already gearing up. America is making more ammo. As of early September, only a single factory, the Scranton Army Ammunition Plant in Pennsylvania, was producing 155mm shell bodies. Now it's operating at max capacity 24/7 and employs 300 workers in comparatively well-paying jobs. A factory in Iowa that assembles the shells was producing around 24,000 a month. And by August 2024, new capacity will raise volumes to over 80,000 shells a month. And none of this is cheap. The average shell costs around $3,000. So, when the US hits its 80,000 shells a month target, the three companies operating the plants, General Dynamics, American Ordnance, and IMT Defense, could collectively receive around $250 million a month from US taxpayers. Most of that money transfer will recirculate in those three communities as salaries and dividends. The rest will be passed on to around 300 American companies feeding the 105mm artillery shell logistics chain. That kind of cash injection in rural mid-sized towns like Scranton could be roughly equivalent to construction of a new Amazon fulfillment center every 6 months. And this effect isn't limited to just artillery shells. Lockheed Martin, the company that manufactures HIMARS rockets in Camden, Arkansas, has a plan to double capacity by the end of 2025. Assuming American political will doesn't reverse course, hundreds of communities across the US could see their economies jump-started by Pentagon's demand for ammunition. As a US think tank, the German Marshall Fund wrote recently, US military support for Ukraine is helping put American industry back on track. If you would like to see a more in-depth analysis, follow the link in the description to the article by Stefan Korshak, Kyiv Post senior defense correspondent. I'm Anya Korzun. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video so more people can see it. See you next time.